Good morning, class. Today we are going to be talking about exponents. These videos are going to be in 3 to 5 minute increments because for some reason my iPad keeps quitting out on me. So to make sure that I'm actually saving it as I'm going, they'll be in like a couple videos. So while you are watching this video, please have in maybe another tab or something like that your guided notes open so you can be following along with those and also be writing stuff down along with me. Uh, so today we're going to be talking about exponents. Yesterday you watched a video about exponents. Also found out that they can be called indices depending on what country you're from. But exponents they described as repeated multiplication. And I apologize for my handwriting. I don't have my Apple Pencil with me, so my handwriting is going to be especially bad, even worse than usual. But exponents. So I go exponents. Exponents are repeated. Ooh, that's supposed to be an E. Multiplication. Multiplication. So a lot of this should be review from yesterday's video, and maybe even review from elementary school if you guys went that far. Either way, if you have any questions, please email me. So we are talking about exponents because later this week I want us to get into algebra. For us to learn algebra, though, exponents are a very important and helpful topic to have down packed. So by the end of the week, we should be starting talking about algebra. But for right now, exponents is what we're focused on. So exponents are repeated multiplication. The way I like to think of exponents is an easier way of writing multiplication that happens a lot. For example, when we were first learning about multiplication in general, we thought of it as repeated addition. For example, if I had 3 times 5, what that really means is 3 5 times, or 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, where our first number is the number that repeats, and our second number is the amount of times it repeats. All right. Both of these equations, 3 times 5 and 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus blah, 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 both equal the same thing. 3 times 5, as I'm sure you guys have memorized, 3 times 5 is 15. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, 12, and then 15 also. So both of them end up being 15 because they are equivalent to each other. They're the same. So 3 times 5 is the same thing as 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So with exponents, they're very similar. If I have 3 to the 5th power, instead of 3 times 5, we're going to be doing 3 to the 5th power. What that is saying is 3 multiplied 5 times. So for example, 3 to the 5th power is the same thing as 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Now this first number here, I'm underlining right now, is called the base. And the base is what repeats. So 3 is the thing that repeats over and over again. What the power is, this part right here, or the exponent, it tells us how many times it repeats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the big difference between multiplication and exponents is that exponents get a lot bigger a lot faster. So 3 times 5, we said earlier, was 15. 3 to the 5th power is going to be 3 times 3, which is 9, times 3, which is 27, times 3, which is 81, times another 3, which is 243. So if I'm trying to solve an exponent, if I'm trying to find the solution to an exponent, I'd write it out like this. I'd expand it out to 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, and then math it out like that. I can multiply in my head, but sometimes I have difficulty with exponents in my head. So